Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Give yourselves a hand. You made it through another week. Yes, congratulations. It is Friday, and we have had another very prosperous week. And Team of the Network, whether we've just shared our testimony, whether we planted a seed, whether we reaped a harvest, we've done something this week that we're happy about, and that's good. That's what counts. As long as you take action and do something, whether you planted a seed or whether you're reaping a harvest, as long as you're doing something to progress in your business, that's what counts. As long as you're doing something each and every day, that's what makes the difference. The little bit that you do each and every day makes a big difference. They said, how did the ant devour the lion? One bite at a time. And that's what we do it, one step at a time, family, one day at a time, and we are growing and progressing. So give yourself a hand. It's Friday, Freedom Point Friday. We've done some great things this week. We've listened, we've learned, we've applied, we've spoke to people, we've attended TTTs, we've been on the call, we've shared the vitamin sprays, and we've done some great things. So that's a lot to be happy about. Well, I want to welcome each and every one of you once again as you dial in each and every morning to the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. It just goes to show how we're growing as a family and learning from one another, reaping from one another, encouraging one another, building this business one step at a time here in the U.S. market. I'm telling you, family, those that run the race with patience are going to be rewarded. Those that are here until the end, remember the race is not given to the swift. It's not given to the strong. It's given to the ones that endure until the end, and their reward waits a great reward for you. So keep running the race with patience. Keep those running shoes on. Keep them laced up and stay in the running position, and don't look back. Look straight ahead, because that's where the reward is. Well, the line is open. This is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, who's with us this morning. Go right ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Vicki, Louisville, Kentucky.
Hi, Vicki. How are you this morning?
Doing great. Good morning and happy Friday to the crew.
That's right. That's right. Happy Friday, crew. Like that, Vicki. Happy Friday, crew. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us this morning?
You got that right, Doctor. You got that right. You got that right, Doctor. This morning, this is Kevin Vaughn from Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome to the future. Woo! What a great day. What a great day. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that song? Everybody is a star. And that's enough of that. Back to you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Kevin Vaughn, Atlanta, Georgia. Everybody is a star. Thank you, Kevin. Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us?
Jesse Bowden, calling from work.
Hey, Jesse, calling from work. How are you, sir?
Hey, outstanding, Pastor Denise. I love all this energy on the phone. And happy Friday to everyone.
That's right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Jess. Good being here, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it coming, family. Who else is with us this morning? It's a wonderful Friday. It's a wonderful Friday, family. Come on, keep it coming. Who else is out there? Give us your name. Give us a name who hasn't introduced themselves. Who's that?
There's a lot of people calling from work, Pastor Denise.
I understand. Well, guys, I tell you what.
Sarah from DC.
Hey, hi, Sarah. I hear you guys. Oh, thank you all. Bless your heart. Thanks, Sarah. They are
Happy Friday from Emeryville, California.
All right, Emeryville, California. Welcome, welcome. Welcome.
Lily French, Washington, D.C.
Welcome from Washington, D.C. Welcome. Welcome, family. God bless you.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Positive if I can hear. And I can tell that you are calling from work. And I was able to hear some of your names, so thank you very much for planting that seed. God bless you all. I'm really looking forward to meeting you all face-to-face in just a couple of weeks at the East Coast Regional. So I want to thank you all for giving us your name and being here this morning and ready to start the weekend with a fresh start, ready to get some things, ready to start to end this year as with a new beginning. That's what I'm looking for. And that's what we're really, the leaders, as we got together for a call for the 26th for the East Coast Regional, we know that this is really going to kick off a new beginning for us family. So, you go through ups, you go through downs, you come up with good ideas. The old ones work, the new ones don't. The old ones don't work, and the new ones do. But we do believe And we do know that something's going to happen on the 26th. It's going to really take us to that next level. We're all going to receive something that's going to make a difference. It's going to be like, wow, I needed that. That's what it's going to be like. I needed that. And so, expect great things, because great things will happen. What I want to do right now, if we can just take a moment, let's take a moment and just be quiet for just a few seconds in honor of those who lost their lives on 9/11 in 2001. Let's just take a moment of silence for that. Okay. God bless the families that are still here pushing through that. And we just wanted to acknowledge and just keep in our prayer today the families that are here still making it. If you know someone, family that was a part of that, reach out to them today. And just to say hello and let them know you're thinking about them. Well, I'm going to stop right here and bring on my business partner, two-star Pastor Dr. Del Wafer. Pastor Del, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Doing real well. Great weather. Great excitement. Yeah. And, as a great gesture to remembrance that we have, I actually did a revival on Wednesday, preached a revival at the Pentagon on Wednesday. It was just an amazing time to have all of these folks who came, who actually in that building. We were actually in the wing where the plane came through, and they set up the chaplain's office and the chaplain rooms over there because people were afraid to move back into that side of the building. So they said, well, let's put the chaplains over there. And so we had a great revival over there, and an amazing opportunity to touch the lives of people and to see all of the hanging filth with the names and pictures of the people who lost their lives. So this is a day to remember for us as a nation, because it has such memory for us all. I think everybody can remember where they were on 9/11. It's that significant. So it's always good to say a prayer and have a moment of silence for that. But that being said, we're here at Friday, and we're wrapping up a powerful week and a great week. As you know, Pastor D, we had a chance to have a conference call with our top leaders around the country, getting ready for September 26th, and they're pumped up, they're excited. So this is going to be such an amazing. I'm feeling better about this East Coast regional than I did last year.
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing time, and I'm really, really looking forward to just seeing everybody again and just having an opportunity to spend time with them. So it's going to be great.
I'm excited. I tell you, Maureen Murphy-Smith, she's just running around. Her and Paul Scott and Jesse and Robert, they had like a parking lot meeting last night. Boy, they're just excited about this thing's getting together. Maureen has run around. She's put some things together. Can't wait till you see it. She was so excited. She brought it by last night for me to see. We said it. We talked about it, trying to gather all the information that we need for leaders, the information that we requested. Please get it to us as soon as you can, because we want to get everything done. The sooner the better. The sooner you get everything done, we can make this correction sooner than later. So get us the information that we need, that this can just continue to be what is going to be a spectacular event. Family, it's really going to be incredible. Don't forget, get your reservations, www.vitaminspraysnow.com. Vitamin Sprays Now, that's you, the representatives. You don't need to register because this is for you. The guests are free, but we need all the reps to go on site and to register so that we can have your name. It's important that we have your name. Even if you register your business, can you make a note, your name, so we can have your name, the correct spelling of your name. So go to www.vitaminspraysnow.com to register for the East Coast Regional Saturday, September the 26th, just a couple of weeks away. And you will also receive information for the before and after event once you register. Well, it's Friday, Freedom Point Friday. We have great leaders on every day of the week, but I love this lady. I love everyone coming down. I love you all. But she did a kick butt message last week. I wasn't on it, but I got to listen to it thanks to Terry Whitener. And I'm like, I'm in the background. Just, yes, Denise, yes, go girl. I'm like, I got my fist up. I'm like in the ring. I'm punching. I'm like, yes. So let's welcome to the call Denise Moore. Denise, are you there?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I am.
Good morning, Denise. I'm telling you, I love the call last Friday. I had my deuces up. I was like, boom, no, that was an uppercut. I'm like, oh, that was a rope-a-dope. I loved it. I loved it.
Thank you. So, Pastor Denise, I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you so much for the moment of silence to acknowledge and remember those affected in 2001 on 9/11. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. You're so welcome.
And I am so excited today for many reasons, mostly because I am grateful. I am grateful and thankful for life itself. And again, we have such a great gift to share with other people to help improve their lives. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it if we could.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go.
All right. I just wanted, first of all, the calls this week were so powerful. It was a short week, but it was a very powerful week. Nikisha Bond, I just want to give her a shout out because she said something yesterday on the call that really resonated with me. And by the way, I've never met Nikisha, but I cannot wait to meet Nikisha. I don't know if the coaches are more excited than anybody about getting to the event. Because we get to meet the people we hear on the phone every single day and every single week and learn from them. But Nikisha's message resonated with me because she spoke about getting or attending the regional event. And throughout her message, all I could think about is commitment. Everything she said, it all went back to commitment. Just being committed to your business. But I'm going to add to that. How about mostly to yourself? Just committing. And what that meant to me was don't just talk about it. Be about it. Just do it. Do what you say you're going to do. Lots of us come in saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to sign up 100 people, hundreds of people. We're going to get lots and lots of customers. We're going to have many TTPs. We're going to attend events after events. We're going to show up. How about that? Yes, that's what we come in. We're just so excited. We're on fire. Let's do it. Let's get it done. And that's what most of us come in saying. But it's not what anybody has told us to do. It's what we've told ourselves we want to do. Think about that. My sponsor didn't tell me to do those things. I mean, Vicki is a motivator. She's an encourager, but she never gave me any strict instructions that, Denise, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. I'm sure Pastor Dell or yourself, Denise, you don't tell people what to do. You don't tell them to do those things. No. They told themselves to do that they were going to do those things. They said it. Yeah. You may even have said it for yourself. I know I said it for myself. And interesting enough, it's funny when our kids don't do what they say that they're going to do, what do? We punish them. Okay, I punish them. I punish mine. But when we don't do what we're supposed to do we punish ourselves? Should we punish ourselves? Should we just have a timeout? Yeah. Should we punish ourselves and no more football because you didn't do what you said you were going to do? How about no watching TV? How about no going out? All right, ladies, no shopping. That would hurt, right? And sting. All right. But again, we don't punish ourselves when we don't do what we're supposed to do. So that's something to think about. Maybe we should. But a lot of my most difficult conversations are the conversations that I have when I have to remind my counterparts, my cohorts, my business partners, to do what they said they were going to do. And I do that with permission. I want to share that. Whenever we start working together, I always say, things are probably going to go left at some point or maybe even south. How do you want me to remind you that this is what we're doing? And they usually say, well, just call me. Just tell me. And I say, okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And it never fails. That is exactly what I end up having to do. Many of us just sometimes need to tell ourselves that we're going to do what we said we're going to do. Enough is enough. Mm-hmm. Enough is enough. Not going to just keep talking it. We're going to walk it out. We really, and I know for me, I just have come to a point where no more excuses. And that's what I heard Nikisha saying. Don't make an excuse to get there. Mm-hmm. Where you make your last excuse yesterday. Did you hear what I said? Yesterday was your last excuse. And that comes from the mentor, Eric Thomas. He talks about that all the time. But make that excuse yesterday. And true story, every day we all have an excuse of why we can't. ... do what we're supposed to do. And believe it or not, they're all great, valid excuses. They really are. They're good reasons. They're legitimate. They're legit. And you want to talk about those excuses. I tell you, I've got hundreds of them. Yes, I do. I admit it. I've got hundreds of excuses, and some of you on the line might even have more than that, thousands. However, it's funny. After listening to some of my mentors and talking to them, I decided a while ago to make my last excuse yesterday, and that was 7 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yes, all my excuses, again, good reasons that were keeping me from doing what I needed, wanted, and was supposed to be doing. And when I did that, it was a game changer. So yesterday was it. So whatever your excuses, make yesterday the last day for the excuse. I challenge yourself to make the last day yesterday for all excuses. The excuses, I don't have enough money to fill in the blanks, travel, save, buy extra sprays, go to the regional training. Woo-hoo. Those are excuses. Don't have what it takes. I don't know enough about the business to blank, blank, blank. I don't speak well enough. I don't know that many people. Matter of fact, I don't know any people. I don't. How about this? I don't have business cards. Can't do it. My husband, my wife, my kids, my family, my dog. I'm serious. I've heard that. Yes. Listen, to make yesterday your last day for excuses, just make it. Yesterday is it. None of that. Don't be a victim. None of us are victims. We're just all volunteers. Nikisha Bond brought it home. She said, go to www.vitamspraysnow.com and purchase your ticket for the regional. But she just hit it. She just brought it home. And she said, trust that the rest will happen. I mean, set the expectation that you're going. There's a concept called systems and structures, which I practice in my graduate program. And it's where a reaction causes an action. And it's very real. They're invisible and they're visible. They're informal and they're formal. However, what it means in this case is the reaction is you set the expectation and the desire to go. I'm going. From that, everything else unfolds. You buy a ticket. That's the action. Now you got to figure out how you're going to get there. You get help. Believe it or not, I get these emails. Frontier has flights for $1 out of Cincinnati with $28 taxes. You can fly $29 each way. Okay? And it might be in your city, so check it out. And they happen all the time. So literally go to D.C. for $60. That's pretty cool. In addition to that, Maureen Murphy-Smith has made it available for us to get these amazing rooms that are normally $179 a night for what, $99? That's pretty good. And then you even said we can see if we can hook people up to help people with those expenses. That's the systems and structures that are in place to help once a person makes a decision. Interesting, one of my closest friends dared me. Okay? Now, he double dared me to do what I said I was going to do. And that's when I really and truly was first introduced to TEN. I was like, these vitamins, blah, blah, blah. And we were sitting there, and he said, you know what, I dare you. I was like, huh? He says, I double dare you. And I was like, what do you mean? He says, you found 10, or better yet, you said 10 found you. Get busy. Stop talking about it and just start doing it. Here's what unfolded in the next 12 to 14 months, and it's a recap for me. Once I was introduced to the 10 sprays, I say after my accident about June, I was so busy with a whole bunch of excuses, and so I didn't sign up to about July, August. Vicki will confirm this. I attended your first regional event, September 2014, at the Gaylord in Washington, D.C. Didn't know what to expect, didn't know anything about anything, just went on a whim. Attended, after that, I got so much information. I thought, oh, this training is awesome, amazing, incredible. People have information, they can do this. So I turned around and I attended a Super Saturday in Indianapolis, Indiana in November. From there, I realized we need to train people here in Ohio. So I hosted my first Super Saturday here in Dayton, Ohio. Pastor Dale came out and brought it, and that was in February. And by the way, it was a snowstorm. We didn't care. We still had it. People showed up. We had a great, fabulous training. And then we turned around. In July, we had a second Super Saturday in Cincinnati. July. Now, fast forward, it was within 12, 14 months, I'm on my way to D.C. Me and my team, our team, wow, the dream team, for our second regional event. Yes, and we can't wait to be at the Greenbelt. I'm more excited than anybody, and I'm actually on the program. I'm like, okay, but you know what? I'm excited about everybody else on the program. I just decided to get it done. Just get it done. Stop talking about it and get to doing it. Consequently, we all have to work with the hand we're dealt with. Okay, I'm bringing it all back now to reality because we all have a hand that we're dealt, and we have to deal with that. Time has always been the enemy for me. And it might be the enemy for many others that are on this call. However, we just have to make the choices of when and how we are able to do what it is we want to do, need to do, or maybe even are supposed to do. And in doing this TEN business, I made the choice that doing TEN full-time or part-time was a challenge. Yeah. Huge challenge. But again, no excuses. I couldn't do it full-time, couldn't do it part-time. Hey, what about spare time? Okay, let's do spare time. Why? Because all the excuses are useless. And again, they get you exactly where you already are, maybe where you don't want to be. So again, just no excuses. Carve out whatever you need to carve out and do what you need to do, and don't talk about it. My daughter last night, it was funny. She says, Mom, are you still in grad school? Because I've been there forever. And when I say forever, I mean forever. Because I only take one class at a time because it's too hard. But anyway, I said, yeah, why? She says, because you never talk about the 10-page papers you have to write every other week. You never talk about the 5 books you got to read this week. You never talked about the conference calls. You never talked about 30 hours aside from your 40-hour-a-week job that you have to put in for the graduate program. And you know what I told her? I said, great, I'm learning then. I must be growing. This is great. Because I used to talk about that stuff all the time. What I found was, don't talk about it, just do it. I just do it. I told her, yeah, I'm still in school, but I don't talk about it. I just get it done. And what I found is it's easier just to get it done than it is to talk about it, getting it done. So am I where I want to be, Pastor Denise? No.
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow.
I'm working toward it. Yes. But even if that, not, even if you're not where you like to be, and maybe you're not working toward it like you'd like to work toward it because of life circumstances, just be encouraged. I mean, we just all have to just be encouraged because life happens to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And even when we get derailed, and let's face it, we all get derailed. And if you say you don't, you're lying because life throws us all a curveball, always. What happened to Pastor Dell earlier part of this year? Okay? Life throws us a curveball, and it derails us from what our goals are and what our dreams are. And that's okay. It really is. That means we're alive. Trust me, alive is good. But you got to take the time you need to come back and get on track, get busy, stop talking about it, start being about it. No excuses or no regrets. Back to you, Pastor.
Wow, Denise, wow. Oh, these amazing calls. They're so uplifting. You can never say you've heard it all. I mean, listen to the calls all this week. Listen to this call. It was just so powerful. It's so much in what's being said. And I just pray everyone just heard the true message in what was being said, that your success is really based on you taking action and basically you being committed to yourself. You set your own boundaries, but you also break them. And Denise, I love everything that you say. Everything that we say, all the goals that's before us are the goals we set for ourselves. And you're right. We don't tell you what to do. Now, if you ask how we do what we do, we may share a personal testimony. But we don't tell you the blueprint to how to grow in Team Effort Network. It's already laid out from the company. How to maneuver that blueprint is based on your skills and your ability. And those goals are set through you, like Denise says, you being committed to doing what you say you're going to do. Denise, one Friday I would like for you to add a part 2 to this. And that would be, what would be the consequences of you not being committed to your own goals? Because I think sometimes we don't think about the consequences enough. What if we don't do what we say we're going to do? And that's basically what happens. What's happening when you have your downslope is a result of the consequence that you didn't do what you said you was going to do. So Denise, I would like for you, could you add that, the consequences of what happens when you're not committed to keeping your goals or saying what you're doing, what you're going to do?
Yeah, you got to go to the regional to hear it.
Whoa.
The regional.
Ooh, come to the regional to hear. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to pull it out of you. And I'm going to be there for that lesson. Because I know a lot of times that commitment, like you said, Denise, the commitment is really about being committed. But not knowing the consequences of not being committed. That's when you put the mirror in front of yourself and say, oh, I've found the enemy. It is I.
Absolutely. And I think Jim Rome said it best. He was one of my mentors. And he said that the 2 greatest disappointments in life is discipline and regret. So when you talk about those consequences, it speaks to that. Regret.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this year we're going to kick all that out, right? We're going straight ahead. We are going to be encouraged. We're going to find out what those little things are that's keeping us from moving forward. We're going to kick off that weight that so easily beset us. We're going to unload those negative thoughts. We're going to just load up, and we're going to carry this thing on straight to the top. We're going to get those goals set. We're going to get it done. I know a lot of people say, Denise, you're just too happy all the time. Girl, you're just hyping things up. Or she's just happy, happy, happy. I'm sorry, family. I'm not that I am. But that's just part of who I am. I don't know. I don't know how to turn it off. And I have downs and ups and downs. Of course I do. But, how do I choose to deal with them? Deal with them. I mean, how do you choose to deal with yours? You got to figure out how you choose to deal with yours. And I choose to deal with mine with a smile at times. except for those who's really, 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 really close to me, then they get to see the ugly side of me. But everybody always sees the happy side. So you choose how you're going to deal with yours. Denise, it's been a great call. I have really been encouraged. My goodness, this has been phenomenal. I love to hear just pure truth, just pure honesty, just words that just enlighten you. And that was very uplifting and it was very enlightening. Let's bring on Pastor Dale. Pastor Dale, you still there with anything?
I'm here. You know, always good food here out of Dayton, Ohio. So that's, you know, again, I think, you know, just to reiterate what she said is just important is that, you know, there's no more excuses. You know, you know, you're where you are because of excuses. So there's no more excuses. Just get something done. Start moving. And, you know, Pastor Denise, we always talk about the corridor principle. You know, when you start moving, you will start to draw who you are, that which you are. That will begin to draw itself onto you. But, you know, if you don't move, if you just sit and just look, and, you know, it always amazes me, you know, you have people who are in the stands watching a sports event, a game or something, and they can see everything. Oh, why did you throw it over there? And, oh, that man over there was wide open. And, you know, they can see everything. They can, you know, that's all, the coach ain't no good, da. But, you know, get down on that field and get in the game. Get in the game and stop talking about the game. And so many times people are just talking about the business, but they're not in the business. Get off the sidelines, get off the excuse columns, get in the game. Thank you.
Ooh. Okay. Hey, Denise, what was that statement you said earlier about when you take action, it causes an equal reaction? Something along that line you said.
Yes, they're called systems and structures, and basically a reaction makes an action happen, and that is just universal law and principle. So whenever there is a reaction, there's always an action that follows, and with that action, it's a behavior or habit that is established.
You know, when you said that, my bishop, and he's already gone on to glory, he taught me years ago, he said, and many of you may have heard this in the Word of God, that it wasn't until the mother of Jesus, it wasn't until Mary said yes to being the mother of Jesus, that the wise men were then set en route. But it wasn't until she said yes that caused them miles and miles away to go search for this newborn baby. Everything was on hold until she said yes. Then everything went into action.
Wow.
So I thought about that, yeah. So we do need to, like Nikisha said yesterday, get your ticket. You may not know if you're going to get a plane ticket, or you may not have a plane ticket. You may not have transportation. You're not even sure if you can afford the room. Get your ticket, take your action, get your ticket, and just trust. And just, many, like Denise said, she got a ticket, and you got what, Denise? You got a flight for $29?
Yes. Check Frontier. Frontier has specials like crazy. Sometimes we just jump on planes for fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's too inexpensive not to. So again, yes, where there's a will, there's a way, and there's always a will, always. And I'm not speaking in terms of 10 always either when I'm sharing information. I'm talking about life.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful call. Beautiful. That's what you call a no excuse call, family. That would you say make yesterday your last day of excuses?
Absolutely. Yesterday.
That's it. Yesterday was the last day, family. No more excuses. If you want this, you want it, you can have it. If you want it, you can have it. It's up to you. Yesterday was the last day for excuses. Well, we need a T-shirt to say that one. Oh, let's get a T-shirt with that one. I love it. Let's go out. Let's go out to the UK with Dr. Nita Poole with our quote for today. Before we got to get a T-shirt saying that. Yesterday was the last day for excuses. I love it. I'm sorry, Dr. Poole, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Great comments. Yeah, commitment, habits, no excuses, just getting on and getting it done. That's exactly how successful people do it. You know, often I look at athletes because, you know, athletes really have the traits that make any person successful in whatever they do. Often the businessmen actually follow athletes. It's the reason why after a top athlete finishes his athletic or her athletic career, they still have a huge career ahead of them in terms of talks, motivation, training, any single type of career they can go into basically and train in that career. And it's because of the physiological and actual psychological. It's not just the physiological, it's not just the physical, it's the psychological attitude, basically, and their psychological traits. And a lot of the traits are the things that come up in the TEI calls. Some of the things that Denise has mentioned today, you know, commitment, just getting on, getting the actual things done, what needs to be done, just getting on and doing it. And it's all about discipline, focus, perseverance. You know, often, you know, I've mentioned the Navy SEALs before. Navy SEALs and athletes, they follow the same kinds of principles. You know, they often use this word push through. A leader always pushes through. No matter what's going on around them, they keep pushing through. No matter what the challenge is, they keep pushing through. And they choose the right attitudes. They choose the right actions. That's what makes them extremely, extremely, extremely successful. And it's also all about being hungry for success. You know, they say athletes win because they're hungry for success. At the moment, the UK is actually getting ready to host the World Cup Rugby. In the middle of September it starts, so that's only 1 week away. So the rugby fever is getting quite high here in the UK. But what's interesting about it is whether you like rugby or you don't like rugby, it's the traits of the athletes that I think are, you know, the really, really important thing, because they achieve incredible, incredible things. And it's all the kinds of things that we've been talking about. So literally, you know, we've got to make ourselves like steel, not weak, disciplined, focused, and track ourselves, monitor ourselves, so that when we do come a little out of line, you know, they say also successful people are able to walk a tightrope. And what that means is it's not just a tightrope of being able to withstand challenges, etc., but it's being able to monitor oneself. The person who can walk on a tightrope, they walk on a tightrope because they're able to balance well, and they're able to, they have very good feedback mechanisms to themselves, so that when they veer slightly towards one side and it's a little bit too much, their balance brings them back into the center. So when they're distracted a little bit too much, they bring themselves back to the center. So every time you're distracted, it's, you know, remind yourself about that balancing and that tightrope, and literally bring yourself back into line. And they say successful people are able to go from one end of that tightrope to the other end of the tightrope because they self-monitor, they balance, they bring themselves back under distraction, and they keep moving forward. They just do it. They keep moving forward. So Steve Jobs said, the ones who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do it. You know, Steve Jobs, people used to think he was crazy in the beginning, but he did literally change the world. The meaning of life, they say, is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. You've got a gift in your hands, the TEN sprays, the Trim by 10 drink, the opportunity. It's a gift in your hand, but you've got to give that gift away by sharing the sprays, sharing the opportunity. And, you know, there are people out there who are absolutely hungry for money. Now, we're not open in China yet. You know, it's not why I'm mentioning this. But I found out the other day, you know, people in China, and obviously China has absolutely skyrocketed. The economy has absolutely skyrocketed, where it's come from and where it is now. Rural people have gone into the towns, literally working in the factories that make our goods here in the West, over in the USA, over here in Europe, etc. They're working in factories for only £400 a month. They're leaving their children behind with the parents. They're leaving their villages. They're leaving their family, their friends behind to earn that £400 a month that they can barely live on, that they send most of that back to their families to educate their children, to look after their parents because there's no healthcare system there, etc. And they only go back once a year to see their families at Chinese New Year. People go to those extraordinary lengths to earn an income and to give their children an education and to give their parents health care. And here we have this massive opportunity that has been proven to already make millionaires. Our parent company has already made millionaires around the world, and we've got another chance to do that with the new division, TEN Sprays. Now, how did people in China do it? They just do what Denise says. They just do it. That's all there is to it. They just do it. And that's what we need to do with TEN. So, Nathaniel Hawthorne said, happiness is a butterfly, which when pursued is always beyond your grasp, but which if you will sit down quietly, may alight upon you. If you pursue something, at least you know what your goal is, but then you just have to do it, so that butterfly alights on you, basically. Lolly Daskell said, life is not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. You can create the lifestyle you want with TEN. Thomas Jefferson said, I find the harder I work, the more luck I seem to have. Luck doesn't just happen. Luck sometimes is made to happen. That's what Denise means when she says, just go out there, do it. Make your own luck. Back to you, Denise.
Thank you, Dr. Nina Poole, with those quotes and comments for the day as we go into a lovely weekend. I pray that we take the message that Denise brought us today and keep that in the forefront of us as we go forward, knowing that we're being committed to our very own words. Denise says, when our children don't keep our words, don't keep their words, we punish them. And but we also tell them, you're only as good as your word. Like we said a lot of times, if you don't keep your word, you're only as good as your word. Your word is your only thing that you have. So when you set those goals, it's for you. Be good to yourself. That's how you're being good to yourself. Be committed to what you say you're going to do, because that's how you prosper. And of course, when you prosper, then those around you prosper as well. So you take care of you so you can take care of everybody else that's around you. That's how it starts. Starts with you, right? Denise Moore, once again, and all the other great leaders, Nakisha, Vicki, all the great leaders, Shakina, has been on the call this week. We just thank you so very, very much for bringing great information to us, and we're just looking forward to being together, family. This is our time this month, 2 weeks from today, from tomorrow, actually, on September the 26th at the Greenbelt Marriott. We will all be together to learn and to go on to prosper and to receive the things that we need to take us to that next level. Go to www.vitaminspraysnow.com to register for the big East Coast Regional event and submit your name. It is important that we have your name, so go ahead and register so we can have that and have a proper head count and be prepared for you and all that we're planning to do for the East Coast Regional. Denise Moore, before we close out, and Pastor Dale, do you guys have any closing remarks before we go into the weekend?
Only have a great weekend, and thank you for your time and your attention. I appreciate everybody who jumps on these calls, and because I know, again, that's commitment. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Pastor
Get
Dale?
it done. Time to do it. No more excuses.
I love it. Make yesterday the last day for excuses. We agree? Let's touch and agree. Boom. Yes, we agree. Be back with us Monday morning as we press on towards the mark of the prize of the higher calling, family. We're going there, family. We're going there. Love you guys. Be blessed. You are loved. You appreciate it. Have a prosperous weekend on purpose. Mwah.